Peace, peace. Welcome back to the space beyond infinity where there are no limitations. I'm the spirit guide of this realm, mystic, and I'm back with another vlog. I'm back, I'm back. I forgot what Drake said after that. But anyway, how are y'all doing? I am doing great. I just took me a nice shower. It was not hot. And so yeah, I did the little shower head hack last night to clean my shower head. And you're supposed to run hot water the next day when you go to take the bag of vinegar off of it. And I went to go turn it on and run it before I got in. And I let it run, and then I went to go get in, and I'm like, oh, this is not hot. It was not hot. It was warm. It wasn't warm. It was lukewarm. But is lukewarm still warm? It was mild. It was very mild. Seemed like, uh, so I assume my water heater went out. Sometimes that happens. I feel like, because there's like the pilot light, the thing that kind of look like this, and it has the little flame, and then every now and then it'll click and kick on more gas, and it'll light up the whole circle, and that's what will warm up the water. I imagine that big fire goes off at some point to um, just give it a break because it doesn't need to run that hot all the time. If you have ample amount of hot water stored up at that point, right? So I feel like sometimes the circle flame goes off, and then lizards will climb in there, and one of them might bump up against it and put it out. So that happens sometimes. So I'm hoping it's just that and my gas didn't go off. When I went to go turn on my stove to light it to see if it light, it lit. So, but the door was open at that point, so I couldn't see how big or how low the flame was to tell you if it's gonna go off on me. Now I wanted to make tea today, and I wanted to make pasta, and if the gas is low and about to go off, then I might only have enough to do one of those things. But I also might have enough to do both. I don't know. I don't know because the flame has been not at full capacity for, at least a week. And it's just kind of like at a medium flame. Usually, when I first get some gas in there, firstly, it'll be a big flame. But when it's start to roll on, it'll get a medium flame, and then you can really tell when it's a really small, kind of faint flame that it's pretty much done. It was definitely at least a medium flame when I just lit it. So I don't know. I guess we'll take a chance and make some tea and see what happens. Because I want to make some tea. I made some tea the other day, but I didn't have that much sugar. I only had a little bit. And I made a big pot of tea. And then, because I only got one big pot, I don't have a medium pot or a small pot, just a big pot. And I made the tea and I drank a cup. I drank 2 cups. And then what I have been doing is just making iced tea. So putting that in the container and putting it in the refrigerator, but I didn't have no sugar. I had much sugar, just a little bit, just enough for another cup, pretty much. How much sugar I had left. And so I couldn't make iced tea, and so I left it on the stove that night because I didn't know what to do with it. And the next day I had came home with sugar, but then by then when I was pouring it, it sounded a little bubbly. It sounded a little bubbly when I was pouring it into the container, and I'm like, this tea may have started to ferment. And it didn't change in smell or color or anything. And when I tasted it, it seemed to taste fine. But it was a little more aerated when I was transferring it. So I'm like, I don't really know how I feel about drinking it. So I have to pour that out because I'm not really feeling drinking it. So I was gonna make a fresh batch today. I've been using all of my normal herbs: raspberry leaf, red clover, mullein, nettle. Um, I don't have alfalfa. That's what is missing. I can taste it. I can taste it. That's funny. I can taste it. But I don't have alfalfa, but I do have myrtle, red clover, raspberry, nettle, mullein nettle, raspberry, red clover, um, rose hips. And I have some hibiscus. I've been putting a couple of hibiscus flowers in there too because I like the taste. It tastes, if you do it right, if you do it right, I promise you, tastes like a healthy Kool-Aid. Tastes like a Kool-Aid. For real. Tastes like a Kool-Aid. From what I remember Kool-Aid to be, well, I haven't drunk Kool-Aid since I was a teenager, but from what I remember Kool-Aid to be, tastes like Kool-Aid. And it's delicious. Give me some more water in my cup. I'm gonna take these banana peels outside. The kids had me order from this restaurant yesterday, and it's this place called Mr. Dog. And I ordered, first of all, not enough food for everybody. I ordered 3 things, and it's 4 of us. I don't know exactly what I was thinking, other than about the price, other than about how much money I was spending. But also, I was thinking, but I could have thought a little more, you know, because I bought ever since I saw that rat in my backyard, y'all. I've been scared, but you know what? I forgot that yesterday I had decided that I wasn't gonna be afraid anymore because I've been back here enough times since then, and my husband has been back here, and just even more recently, the neighbors came back here with their workers who've worked on this here. So they just came back here and painted up there the other day, and they hung up this clothesline over here on the other side of the. I can't really see my screen, so I'm just over here. I'm pretty sure y'all can see it. They hung up a clothesline over there to hang my clothes up because I had clothes out here, and they took down my clotheslines from hanging, and they put my clothes over on that clothesline, and then a spider made a big web on it. But anywho, they've been back here lately, yeah. But so, yesterday when I was back here, I had swept up the leaves. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Day before yesterday or something. I swept up the leaves and um straightened up back here a little bit, even though there's more leaves now. But yeah, I did. I swept and stuff and put some leaves on top of my compost and all that. And I decided yesterday when I came to put compost in the compost bin and we were all touching on the tree, I brought my kids outside to touch the tree. I'm like, I haven't touched my tree in a long time. I had decided that I wasn't going to be afraid anymore of a rat possibly being back here because I'm pretty sure it's gone by now. I'm pretty sure it is. Y'all know that used to be my routine. Wake up, come to the backyard, touch the tree. But wake up, land. Yeah, come in the backyard, touch the tree. I was gonna say lay in my bed with my crystals and my chakras. I would do that sometimes, but usually when I wake up earlier than the kids, I want to get out of the room before somebody decides they want to wake up, or before somebody decides they want to roll over and see that I'm awake and have to feel like they have to get up. So yeah, I don't remember what I was saying before I said that. Before I started on my backyard, I know I was talking about tea, but I feel like I was getting somewhere. But yeah, I made some tea. I'm trying to make some new tea today. We've been and it's funny because I thought I was gonna remember, but I actually didn't. My front door is not open. I wonder if that's because I haven't opened it yet, or yeah, I haven't opened it yet. I was gonna say, or did one of my kids tear up this flower on my plant? They always be doing some stuff. Uh, Thank you for blessing my womb. This tree done grew on the side of the house. I let it. I let it. The man came by to cut down all of the extra palm leaves or whatever these leaves is called. I don't want to call them palm leaves because they shape like a big hand. Fan leaves back here. And I was supposed to tell him to cut down this tree on the side of the house and forgot to tell him. And now it's just getting bigger. It's just getting bigger. A tree growing out of the side of your house. Like, nature gonna find a way. But, anyway. Yeah. Tea tastes just like Kool-Aid. I'm gonna make me some more tea today. We got bills to pay. Do you hear me? We got bills to pay. I've been in the ocean. I've been going to Central and yeah, tomorrow the rent is due. And the internet bill is due. And I think he's gonna send me the money to do the internet bill today. Or he might send it when we do the rent. Because yesterday he was like, we'll pay the rent and we'll pay the internet bill and then whatever we doing next after that. That's all y'all need to know about our plans. But anyway, is we paying our bills first. But anywho, yeah, he probably gonna have to get some gas in these next few days. If it's not empty, that means it's gonna be empty soon. I'm expecting. It's been about a month. I usually get enough to fill up the house for a month and a half, I think. Relax a little bit. I've been going to the ocean. I went to the ocean twice in the last week. I went to the ocean twice in a week, y'all. The other day when the new moon was in Pisces, I was like, I have to go to the ocean. I was like, wouldn't that be a divine thing to do today on this new moon in Pisces? And the sun is in Pisces. Like, let's go to the beach. And we went to the beach and I realized that they're doing carnival right now. And it's a celebration. It's been a whole celebration for I don't even know how long. And they just been down there partying. And so we went. And that was so great. I was like, yeah, because I feel like um, I had to get myself out of these limitations that I've placed on myself because what I want to say is there was a point in time where I would have been like, oh, it's a new moon in Pisces, new moon in Pisces. Okay, cool. Sit at the house, do something cute. And just be in the energy, be in the vibe, right? But for whatever reason, I was like, yeah, and if the idea of going to the beach, I would have just been in the house. And if the idea of going to the beach would have presented itself, I probably would have went. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like that. I'm not gonna lie and say that I wouldn't have went. I probably would have went. But yeah, I would have. There was a point of time where I would have been like, okay, new moon in Pisces, Pisces. I could probably stay at home and do something cute, whatever. In the energy. I felt that coming. Excuse me. Um, but I had the idea to go to the beach, and I contemplated it for about an hour too. Well, I didn't, but I did. Like I had already made my decision as soon as it came into my mind. Because I was like, yes, why not go to the beach? It's Pisces season. Like, it's dreamy, it's whatever. And I was like, it's so in alignment. Like, the sun and the moon is in Pisces. And then I looked, and like, literally, it's like 6 planets pretty much in Pisces. Maybe not six, but definitely at the very least 4 planets in Pisces. And I'm like, it's at least 6 or 7 planets in water signs in total. So I'm like, of course we're going to the beach today. Why would we not go to the beach? And it was a new moon. And the day after that, I think, um, all of the it was like 5 planets that were in alignment with each other. So I'm like, all of this Pisces energy, all of this water energy, and all of those planets are in alignment with each other. Water, like be in the water, be in the ocean. So I went and got in the ocean and put my body in the ocean and put my kids in the ocean. And in this moment, I feel like I kind of miss talking to other people, I guess. Like, I like doing these vlogs, but, like, talking to other people, other feminine energy. But I get it. When I get into my growth and transformation phases, it'd be like isolation. Like, I'm good because what I feel like I be on, I don't really see anybody else being on it the way I be on it at the capacity that I be on it. And I get it because I be on what I own because that's what is for my energy. Like I be real, like I'm feeling this Pisces energy for real. Like my sun is in the 12th house and that's Pisces. My moon is in Pisces. I got a couple other planets in the house, in the 12th house, in the house of Pisces. I'm feeling all of this Pisces energy so much. And it's like spiritual growth and development. But yeah, like I got a lot of water in my chart. I'm very sensitive. And all of this water is around right now. I am very sensitive. But I'm very fluid too. And I feel very much in my element. And I feel like I want to connect with people, but at the same time, I'll be like limiting myself and shut myself off. And see, I was just talking about this is why I be making the vlogs because I was just saying that I want to take limits off of myself, and I've been trying to take limits off of myself. So I'm gonna have to reach out to somebody and talk to somebody because come out of hermit mode. But I'm like, so what I was saying is that I'm a very sensitive person. I be very in tune with like emotions and to my intuition be kicking off with certain things. And so I get around other people and their foundationals be different than mine. And then that make me feel like I want to keep myself away because sometimes when people get very committed and focused on their foundations, which is good and you're supposed to. But sometimes it be so much so that they expect certain things from you that will be more in alignment with what they be on versus what it is that you be on. And then at the same time, I I be open about my experiences and what I'm going through and what my mind is, but at the same time, like I won't go into depth and detail about it if it didn't something in the conversation that took me there to do that, or if I wasn't asked, then I won't express it. Like it'll just be here. This is it's present with me. I'm here. Like either see it on me or you don't. And I'm not very forefront with like, oh yeah, I be on this and this and that. Like I won't just start with it. So people might not always know exactly what it is that I do be on, and so all they can do is assume that I be on things that's that similar to what it is that that they be on, because we kick it. But really, at the end of the day, we kick it because there are some things that we do have common viewpoints on, or some of our viewpoints may be similar, but similar doesn't mean the same or exact. We're gonna go about things in a different way. But yeah, we may kick it because of that, but ultimately we kick it because I vibe with you and I like your energy and I think you're really cool. I think you're really cool. I love the passion that you put behind what it is that you do most of the time. I like you. I like your energy. I like who you are as a being, as a energy. I like the feel of your energy. I think that is cool. Who you are in your soul. I feel that. I like that. So I'm present to be in that. But social settings are tricky. And you don't get to always just be in someone's soul when you're with them. Like, I'm going to feel it because I am who I am, but you don't get to be present in too much more than what someone is allowing you to be present in, you know? And so it takes time to build relationships and trust with people, but I be in my own mode. And honestly, I be a lot about love too. And it be like, if I don't feel like there's a lot of balance there, then I am gonna space myself out, because it be like I'll be on love. I be on love. I be like on the understanding, understanding, overstanding. It's, I don't know whatever else you want to call it, of authentic, true, divine love. And yes, for self, but when you love yourself like that, you love others like that as well. And it be a lot of focus when it comes to the feminine energy. It'd be a lot of focus on what the masculine is doing wrong. And also, there's a lot of views of, like, um, we should be heard, and we should be heard. We should be heard, but we should not be the dominating voice. And I don't believe masculine energy should be the dominating voice either. I believe that we should be standing next to each other. I do feel like I will give my husband head of the household, because this is his home and we are his family. And he is that energy when we're talking about going out in the world, our family presented out into the world as the protector. He should be standing in front of his family, because where else would the protector be? Where else would the shield around the security of the family, where would that be? In front. A man that is harmonious in his being is going to be accepting of his woman's womb's wisdom. He's going to be accepting of that. He's going to want to hear it. He's going to come to his woman for her opinion, because a man that knows balance knows balance. He's going to be in his balance. He's going to connect with his woman in a balanced manner. You feel me? And so it's like, okay, let's stop talking about that, and let's stop talking about everything else other than that. You feel me? Everything else other than how balanced and harmonious relationships. Like, and I don't mean I don't really mean like let's just stop talking about anything other than that, because we have to talk about that to heal from it and grow from it. But let's actually heal from it and grow from it. Like, At the same time, my isolation comes from me taking my space to heal, to understand what it is that I am feeling, why I'm feeling it, where is it coming from? Is it me? Is it my family? Is it my partner? Is it my extended family? Is it my associates? Like, where am I feeling the energy from? Why am I feeling the energy? How does that make me, how am I feeling about it? How do I really feel about it? In the depths of it, like Pisces is really like, it's the most mature water sign. So it's in my nature, and yes, I am a Cancer sun, but as I said, it's in the 12th house of Pisces, so it's expressed in that way. Somebody said, "Oh, you're a true Pisces. You're really a Pisces," which I'm really a Cancer, but I'm gonna express it in a Pisces way, and I might even receive a good portion of my reality in a Pisces like fashion. And then my moon, my emotional space is in Pisces, so I'm feeling everything at the deepest capacity that you could feel it. And then water, the way water, first of all, water stores memory. The way water takes on information, like you put a drop of soil into water, or you put a drop of um, food dye or whatever in water, right? It's going to take up that color. It's going to change the entire color of the water in seconds. The way water receives information from its environment, it's like that's how I receive. And that's how I see astrology. That like that's how I receive. That's how I receive everything with the all of the water that I have in my chart. That's how I receive. Like imagine dropping a 1 or 2 drops, 3 drops of red food coloring in a glass of water. Boom. This how I receive. So we're talking 1 or 2 drops versus how vast and expansive the flow of energy is in our reality on earth, like connecting with people, just being out here in the wind, touching my skin, like I take in everything. And so, man, this I be present in it, and I have to process it, and I have to move through it. And I feel like people don't be understanding it. Like people don't really understand where I be coming from or how I feel, or like me. And I get that, especially if like you're a person who doesn't have a lot of water in your chart. Then I don't. I can see how it would be tough for you to understand me, but that would be even more of a reason why we, would need each other in each other's lives to balance each other out. Because if someone has more fire or more earth and less water, then that would help me by them being around, and I would help them figuring out how to be more in tune with their emotional or their intuition. So I be feeling misunderstood a lot. Well, I be feeling misunderstood a lot when it comes to connecting with other people. And that will make me feel like I don't really want to connect with people. Like, I'd rather just stay focused on what I'm focused on, which is my spiritual growth and development. And I keep staying focused on that, on my spiritual growth and development, and the spiritual growth and development of my family, my children, my husband. And then outside of that extends my extended family. And then beyond that comes other people. So I lied to myself. And I do whatever I feel like my intuition is calling me to do. So when it was a new moon in Pisces, and I know the sun is in Pisces, and I was like, I should go to the beach today. Oh yes, the beach would be an awesome idea. So I had to do it. And I feel like I haven't done something like that in a long time. Like, in probably not a real long time, but like for me, like I told y'all, time is funny to me. The way I receive time is funny. So, um, it could have only been a month or something like that that I've done something like spontaneous type vibes. But I just feel like that was very spontaneous because I didn't plan it. I didn't have plans the day before to go, and I didn't ask my man to send me, extra money for a beach. I just had what I had and I left. And I just want to keep pushing myself and getting myself to get into those kind of vibes because lately I've been feeling a little um stalled. And stalled is not necessarily the word, but like a little stagnant. That is a similar word, right? I've been feeling a little stagnant. I haven't traveled and hit the road in 2 years. I haven't been outside of this space in 2 years, and I've been in this literal neighborhood for a long time, for what feels like at least a year and a half. And I need to get out. I need to move. I need to do something. But, doing spontaneous things like going to the beach on a random day, that helps. That helps. It wasn't a random day, it was a very intentional day. Um so also the other day, the first, today's the third, I think. On the first, we went back to the beach. We went back to the beach because I was feeling called to go to the beach that day too, and I'm feeling called to go to the beach today too. And I really feel like I'm supposed to follow these intuitive nudges because the other day I was really getting a lot of messages saying like it's time to, like, I'm really going through a spiritual evolution right now. Like I'm really evolving a lot spiritually, and I feel it, and I feel it, and so I have to be present in the things that are allowing my spiritual growth and development, which would be for me to go to the beach and be in the ocean and do that frequently, as many times as I feel like, I'm being told to go. I should go. I should make that time. I should make that room. Now, I would make more sense for me to do it tomorrow, which is funny because I saw 3333. Because it is the fourth, and that would be the day that I would be paying rent, and I would have a little extra, a few extra dollars. So yesterday, that's what I was like considering, like, will I go today or would I go tomorrow? But at the same time, I really don't. But it's okay because I can do whatever. I can do whatever. I can do whatever. The point is, I can do whatever I want to do. I can literally do whatever I want to do. There's nothing stopping me but myself. I could go today and tomorrow. And my man wouldn't stop me because he already knows. He already knows. I don't even gotta explain it to him. He knows. Oh, she's being called to be at the beach a lot. I'm gonna make sure that she's at the beach. I'm gonna make sure I send her whatever, extra to make sure she needs them. She get where she wanna be. Cause my man take care of me. But yeah. Lime water. Had to take a sip. I was out here sounding dry. I know I probably still do, but whatever. Anyway, went to the beach and to the festival. Y'all, I did not want to leave Carnival. Like, they was about to start doing live music, but it was already late. It was already late, and then Raji kept yelling because she had to use the bathroom, but she wanted to use her bathroom. She didn't want to use the public restroom. So she kept hounding me about going home. And I was like, okay, whatever. But y'all know what? I felt like her intuition was just telling her, like, yo, you need to get out of here. Y'all need to get out of here. It's time to go home. I think her intuition was telling her, like, it's time to go home. And if she wouldn't have pushed for it, I probably wouldn't have went home. But I don't think I would have wanted to stay there because I saw a video somebody had posted in one of the Facebook groups of what the scene was like after we left. And y'all, there was so many people. There was so many people there that I could barely even tell that that was the same place I had just left from. There was so many people there that I could barely even tell that that's the same place I had just came from. Like, it was so many people, the place was unrecognizable. That's how many people it was. And I would not have wanted to be out there with my kids and by myself like that at late at night. Like, by the time we left, it was like 9:30. So, and they were just about to start the live music. And yeah, that I feel like that would have been a lot for me. I mean, I would have handled it. I would have handled it. That's another thing too, because I'm taking those limits off myself too. Of I can't handle certain stuff because it's just so much energy, and I can handle it. I'm built for it, and I've been like building myself up and working and preparing. Like, I would have been able to handle that, but I would have preferred not to, and that's how you say it, because I would have definitely been able to handle that, and I'm able to handle a lot, but I would have preferred not to because it would have been a lot to handle. I could have handled it because I'm really like built for it at this point. I am, I am a really great person, okay? And I just feel like my man has prepared me to be able to be in certain situations. I mean, I've prepared myself, but my relationship with my partner has definitely elevated me in a lot of ways when it comes to being able to when it comes to the expression of my thought capacity. Um, because he is Aquarius and he's an intellectual energy and I am a water energy and I'm just in the flow, and he has assisted me in my development of my definition of my chaos. I have I like to think of it I like to think of the space I would like to be in as organized chaos. I would like that. Organized chaos, you know? It's a thing. I promise. Just gotta be in it to know. But you would think of the ocean to be that, right? Because the waves are gonna wave and they are gonna wave whatever way they wanna wave. But they all gonna it's gonna flow in in a specific way. I don't know if that was exactly the example I would want to use, but whatever. Anyway, um, more like a rushing river or a river, that goes in a certain direction. It's flowing in a certain direction, but it'll be a stronger current one day. It'll be higher one day after raining. It might be lower one day when it's not so much rain. and it's more so summertime, and the water is just not flowing as much that way, you know? But the water is still flowing in whatever way it feels like it wants to flow at the time. Organized chaos. Anyway, yeah. Um, my partner has really assisted me in organizing my energy and my expression and my reception. Is that the word? I think of the energy around me and receiving that in a more harmonious fashion. So I feel like I am equipped to handle such a situation as if I would have ended up being out there with all of those people. Yeah, baby. Okay, have you drank your water? Go back up there and drink some more. And make sure your brother and your sister drink some too. Yeah. So I feel like I would have been able to handle it, but I would have preferred not to because it definitely would have been a lot. Like we're talking about music so loud that like we're talking about loud music and hundreds of people. It looked like hundreds. It gotta be. It gotta be hundreds. Shoot. Like literally. And then maneuvering my stroller through that with my 2-year old, my 4-year old, and my 5-year old. That would have been a lot. It would have been a lot. Like, I could do it, but it would have been a lot, and I would have preferred not to. So I'm grateful that my daughter pressed me to go home. I'm happy her senses kicked in, and she was able to direct us in the way we need to go. You got to listen to the kids because I promise you they will definitely. And look at me because I'm like, okay, well, let's try the Walmart bathrooms because she's like, Walmart don't have a bathroom. I'm like, yes, it does. You've been in Walmart bathrooms. I don't know why you would say that. It's like, yes, it does. I don't like going there because it's public restrooms. And now I think that's more so what she was trying to say in the moment. But like I said, the underlining thing is her intuition was just telling her she needed to go home. So she was just saying stuff that I feel like she really wasn't caring if she made sense or not. She just knew she had to be at home, which is fine. But I was gonna say, so I thought I could get away with it because Yajurda, she falling asleep too. So when Reggie said, I'm like, no, I want to hear the music. So I wait about 10 minutes, and she started hounding me for real. And I'm like, okay, we can go home. But as I started walking towards Walmart to try to find me a taxi, I'm like trying to talk her into it. Like, look, maybe you could just go use the Walmart bathroom, and we can come back out and hear some live music from mom. Let's just do it. So we get into Walmart, and the bathroom is closed because there's no water. That's crazy. But anyway, it's cool because I don't like using public restrooms, and my kids don't either. They don't like using public restrooms. Like Yajurda, we was out to dinner last night, and Yajurda, she was like yelling at me like, "I got." That wasn't last night. That night, on that night, that wasn't last night. But yeah, we was out to dinner that night, and Yajurda, she had to use the bathroom, and she was hounding me about going, and I'm like, okay, and I took her into the restroom at the restaurant, and she was like, as soon as we got up to the door, she was like, no, 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 who about to do that? Not me, no, 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 no. She was like, no, I don't gotta go no more, nope. I don't gotta go no more. I don't gotta go no more. Look, this is funny. I don't gotta go no more. I was like, okay, okay. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Because why do you have me coming to a public restroom? No, and I ain't messing with no public restroom. In the middle of me eating. Just for you to tell me you ain't gotta go no more. Because you don't want to be bothered with no public restroom. I should have known it. I can't take her. I mean, you gotta try. I was gonna say I can't take her to no more public restrooms when we out eating. She just got to wait. But I'm knowing that after we get done eating, I'm gonna go up to the park and stuff. But she was very much refusing, and there was so many people everywhere. I couldn't even find a place to even, take her somewhere to squat. So, poor little baby held it so much. And she like, oh, okay. I forgot. I don't got to no more. And sometimes, I mean, yeah, she know how to hold it for a long time. And it's not like she didn't just pee recently, because I'm pretty sure she peed when she was in the ocean. And it wasn't that long. So I'm like, maybe she could hold it. Yeah, baby. Yeah, put it in her. It's you. Kari, I need you to calm down, okay? You're doing a little bit too much. I know Raji's doing too much too. But anyway, yeah. I was like, it's time to go. Okay, stop. Yeah, we left when we went home, but yeah, we got to have 2 beach experiences, and I do feel like we need to go again. And I'm gonna keep dipping my body in the ocean as many times as I feel like I am being told to go dip my body in the ocean. Connect with my element while it's still Pisces season, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up because I obviously have to tend to my kids. And this has been a very long vlog. So thank you for listening. Y'all have a beautiful, wonderful, magical experience.